Hey there, if this is our first time meeting, I'm Kenny here with Jeremy, and welcome to I Too Can Be Evil, a series where one of us is forced to be an advocate while the other mildly vile. And the topic for today, at least, or the question, is sandwich crust, the epidermis of the good loaf. And we're going to be either for it or against it, and you want to flip a coin? I call heads. I'm going to call heads while you flip. I can't see when you're flipping, so I'm heads.
Wait a minute. You're going to call heads while I'm flipping. So what's the
I
point?
can't, but I can't see it.
Also, when you flip heads, does that mean you get to choose which side you like? Whoever wins gets to choose which side they're on.
Okay. We'll get this straightened out. So heads is for the crust, and tails is for the people that take their crusts off on their PB&J sandwiches.
Right. And so am I flipping for myself or for you?
You get to choose. You call heads or tails, or you can't. I can't see you flip the coin right from here. I just realized.
Right. Yeah. Unless I like zoom.
Oh, we have to do this. Okay, now I can see. I'll call in there. I'll call in there.
All right. Ready, set, go.
Heads.
That's tails.
Okay. So wait.
That means I get to pick which one I'm going for.
Oh no! Wait. Well,
are we good?
This is
are you there?
Confusing. Okay. Wait. I don't know. You decide.
Yeah.
You should have thought this out earlier. Yeah.
I decide. Okay, because I won. I'll just decide. I'm taking this. I'm taking crust side because that to me feels like the more grown-up approach.
So do you want to start?
With that said, I got. Which one is more disadvantageous? I feel like the person who got to choose should have to go first because that's the harder thing. Now they're on the spot. Now they have to do it. Although, yeah, I'll do this because I got to choose the crust thing. So here we go. This is in defense of this is bread crusts in general. Well, first off, it depends on the type of bread that you want. I can't imagine and sandwiches, specifically on sandwiches. Okay. Yeah, I can't imagine.
Let's clarify Wonder Bread. Because, like, if you have like
Wonder Bread,
or you know what I mean,
sandwich away.
Yeah, okay. But it's the square bread where you slice up. Rather,
it's
not
bread.
Like exactly. You can't really take off the crust of a French bread. Then, yeah.
That's thinking like garlic bread. What would it mean to have? Then you just have garlic bread without any crust at all. Well, that'd be heavenly. That'd be great because it's just the warm, squishy.
Wait. You're on the other side.
Oh, right. I mean, you definitely want crust on your garlic bread. Why wouldn't you? For a sandwich. For a sandwich. Right, I'm in character. For a sandwich, you're definitely going to want crust. I mean, first off, if you cut off the crust, you're never going to get just the crust. You're going to end up actually shrinking your sandwich down significantly. So that's one major point. And you already have only a limited amount of bread. If you want to eat, a hearty sandwich, you can't be cutting off crust. Another thing is, especially if you're buying like halfway decent bread, maybe Wonder Bread is sketchy, but that's like soft. That stuff, that crust is soft. Like you barely notice it. But if you get like the nice breads, they come with like seasonings on the sides. They got like nuts on them and that. All the nutrients are there. Much of the flavor is there. I think one about crust that people get all upset about is that it's maybe a little bit drier than the rest of the bread. But that just made your sandwich poorly. So, fix that. If you're making a standard, lunch meat sandwich, put on some salad dressing. Boom, bam. That's a tasty sandwich right there. With the crust giving you just a little bit of zest, as it were. People even use the orange peels. Of course you can make use of the crust. So also it's a waste of time. Like freaking grow up. Eat your crust like a gentleman or lady. That's standard fare. And with that, I rest my case.
I disagree because first of all the base of the sandwiches we all know is the bread. That's where it starts from. It has to be perfect. And I don't know if you had toasted bread, but sometimes a crust, it's very hard in texture. It's almost cardboard-like, and sometimes it leaves cuts in your mouth. That goes for both quality bread and non-quality bread. The soft Wonder Bread, it might not, but sometimes crusts of yes, you can definitely cut your mouth. It leaves a dissatisfying, I guess, experience, and that will ruin your sandwiches. Actually, I don't have the statistics, but a lot of people actually don't like their bread crust. They just think it's gross. It's not just about sandwiches, though. People don't eat their crusts on pizza, and that's a common thing. And now we have something called thin crust pizza, which is less of that bready stuff. And also, bread is obviously the crust. You're If you eat the crust, you're eating a lot more carbs, and if you're a diabetic, good luck. It comes with a lot of health complications. Um, there's a movement going away from carbs right now, and there's different diets, including the keto diet. Where you're trying to limit your carbs, and eating that extra carb, sometimes bloats you and makes you hold a lot more water, and you can be overweight by eating that excess uh, carbohydrates. So, and it actually looks like cardboard. It's usually brown while the inside's white. And who likes? I mean, you like eating cardboard, so I don't know.
All right, rebuttal. Let's see. First off, if somebody was legitimately thrusting this argument at me, I would be questioning the bread that this person was buying, because first off, if you're cutting your tongue on your bread, that
The roof of your
stuff's
mouth.
gone bad.
The roof of your mouth.
There's your problem. The roof of your mouth. Yeesh. That's that bread's been sitting out for a long time. Yeah, or unless you meant that's with toast. Even still, good grief, to have bread that's hardened so much that it causes damage to the inside of your mouth. Holy cow. Buy nicer bread. Maybe that's the solution to all of this. Just spend the extra $2 on your loaf of bread. It makes a world of difference. It tastes great. What's the stuff that I get? It's the one with a guy it's like playing a guitar on the front. Fantastic bread. I make a sandwich almost every day, and I eat it with the crusts. And as per your populist argument, statistically, some amount of people prefer crust, prefer to remove their crust. I think much of this will be a very psychological thing, where it's like, because it's an option to remove crust, people are like, oh, I want to do that because that's something special to me, or it's, I don't know, it feels like a complex that we think like, okay, well, I got to remove the crust from the bread, or else it's not going to be as good. What if you didn't think that was something you could do and you ate it? You probably wouldn't even notice a difference. It's just like, oh, there's a sandwich. It has this thing around the sides, and it's barely noticeable, especially if you get nice bread. Just buy nice bread. This won't be a problem. Just spend a little cash on your bread. It's not going to kill you. And don't buy Wonder Bread. For the love of God, don't buy Wonder Bread. Why is it called that? Looks like I don't know. I think white bread like that is like bleached too, something like that. Don't drink bleach, kids. That's my conclusion.
Yeah, it's I
Have you
totally
got anything
understand
else?
that you don't understand the complexity of not eating the crust, because with highly developed flavor profiles, people can actually taste the difference, and the texture that it brings. It's huge. It's incomparable. For example, if what the most we'll use a simple sandwich, PB&J. When you put PB&J, peanut butter and jelly does not go all the way to the end usually, and when you cut that off, you get that bread to filling ratio perfect, right? With that outer crust edge, you usually don't have the fillings all the way to the out, and it's not even. And also, the texture of the bread is vastly different from the innards, or the fruit of the bread, I would like to call it. It's a different experience, right? You don't get that uniform experience. So from this point, I think it's a classless. I mean, it's a classless. Like for you to process, with this culinary skill to cut off that bread and make it into triangles and have that elegant look. Because sometimes, I mean, a lot of people, they eat with their eyes, not just with their mouth. Your sense of smell and also the visuals. How you plate expensive dishes and stuff like that at restaurants. It's the same thing. When you cut that brown, raggedy cardboard off, you get this white, pure flesh inside, which is a lot more uniform, and it's just pleasing to the eye, the mouth, the palate, and to your soul. I think I died a little inside.
I think. Well, I'll let my opponent have the last word on that one. Although I will say, it's quite interesting that span of like 5 seconds we heard complex flavor palette and peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and maybe that casts a little shadow on this entire endeavor of ours. But with that said, I believe we're out of time for this week, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Take care, folks.